Mr. Gordon, it is your turn. Mr. Madison, choose the topic.
I choose business ethics.
Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back. Tell a friend. Hey everybody, here I am with another video for you guys today. And today I am going to be doing a little bit something different, something that I don't normally like to do on the channel. And that is, I am gonna air some dirty laundry, if you will. You know, there's been a lot of stuff going on in the home arcade community, especially the Arcade1up stuff, that I felt the need to address and to kind of share my truth with you guys all. But before I go any further, let me just say, if you like this video, any other videos on the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be getting into watching Rome burn after the intro coming in now.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
JP!
I want
MJP!
I want my
MJP!
I want my
MJP!
Call your cable company and say I want my
MJP!
Ethics of business can be summarized in ethics are
Let me just start this video out by saying this isn't the kind of content I normally like to make. And I know this seems like it's kind of a popular thing, what's been going on with everybody saying they're quote-unquote walking away from Arcade1up and things of that nature. To be upfront and honest with you guys, you know, at least my audience, those that care to watch my content, on my experience in the home arcade community, specifically, you know, with Arcade1up content creators and Arcade1up employees, etc. Oh, let me just say I definitely support Glenn. I stand with Glenn on this. We are Facebook friends, and I have been on stream with him before, and you know, we've talked a little bit. And you know, this stuff with the Tron stick is not new information for me. This is something I had been aware of ever since I shared a stream with him way back when. And let me also say, this isn't really surprising information from Arcade1up to be doing stuff like this. This is kind of some of the stuff that when I was on the iircadians, that we tried to fight in our own way, or at least draw attention to a little bit, and so this isn't a big shock to me. Let me just say I watched I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, iircadians video. I watched his today, and that's what really made me want to make a video sharing my personal experiences as well, because it just further shows the underhanded nature that Arcade1up likes to do. A lot of the scheming and manipulative and backhanded techniques that they do behind the scenes that most people out there are just not aware of. And it's very unfortunate. I'll just go out and say I haven't had a lot of interactions with John D or employees of Arcade1up, but those that I have had with them have never really been very positive. They've seemed very argumentative and, you know, very of attacking nature. And when I was on the iircadians, it seemed like it was constantly, there was forces trying to diminish what we were doing, or trying to discredit the things that we said, like at every turn. And it was really frustrating, especially when I knew what I was saying or what we were saying was factually correct. And then you'd get another content creator basically going on stream and saying that's lies or that's just bullcrap without any, factual information to back it up. And because maybe they had a bigger audience, then people would just assume that they were correct. And the amount of unfactual information that was put out there through a lot of these YouTubers was very discouraging, and for me, and it just showed how toxic the Arcade1up community truly is. So much so that it was one of the big reasons why I left the iircadians in the first place, was because of how just toxic things were, that we couldn't have a show and just talking about the iircade and the things that we like without it seeming like it was we must be shut up, we must be stopped because we're a threat to almighty Arcade1up. And I thought that was just ridiculous. And I got tired of the drama. I mean, it's not the only reason that I left the show. There were some other reasons as well, but that was, one of the major reasons. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, have been paying attention to this channel here, or both of my channels. My main channel, I completely rebranded back to 100% Lego after leaving the iircadians. And then this channel here, I cover arcade stuff when I want to, or when I get something from iircade, which I will discuss that in more detail in a minute. But I don't want to be a fully focused Arcade1up channel, Arcade1up YouTuber, or even home arcade YouTuber anymore, because the community was just too toxic for me. It was not a place that I enjoyed being a part of going forward. I don't make money off of this channel. It's not monetized. So the things that I'm telling you guys, these are my own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions. I haven't been, bought or paid or swayed into the statements that I'm making. These are my own personal feelings. Now, you could say I am on the press email list for iircade, and I do receive games periodically to review for free. Let's talk about that a little bit. Say I receive a $10 game from iircade. I'll just say that it takes me 2 hours to make a video, which it takes more than that typically, but let's just say for sake of argument that takes 2 hours. So in order, I got compensated with a $10 game, go make more money being a whopper flopper than that. And so and the rest of the videos on this channel I don't make anything off of whatsoever. And I'm okay with that, because I'm not doing this in order to make money and things like that nature. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. It's a hobby of mine. It's a passion of mine. And I like to keep it that way. Even though I am a fan of iircade, and like I said, I do receive games periodically to review. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys straight up that my iircade is not my favorite cabinet in my collection. Nope. I do enjoy it. It's one of my ones closer to the top. I mean, I'd have to really sit and think about and rank them all. But to be completely honest with you guys, my favorite cabinet is my Switchcade, which is the one you see directly behind me there. But the reason why I like the Switchcade so much is the Nintendo Switch has... It's like the best of all of these. It's like the perfect mix, because it has the store that you get with iircade, and it's got truly great games in that store. And I'm not just talking about the modern stuff. It's got a lot of great modern games as well, obviously, but stuff that you can play with a joystick and buttons. I mean, if you want Street Fighter games, it's got it. You want the Ninja Turtle games? It's got it. If you want Neo Geo games, it's got it. I mean, I could go on and on with Donkey Kong. It's got Donkey Kong. I mean, I can go on and on with the great games that are available, and they're all officially licensed ROMs, officially licensed releases. So unlike those that love, at games, these all work. You're getting the quality of the iArcade store, but you're getting the bangers, the truly great games that you can get through Arcade1up and emulation and everywhere else. So that's why I say it's the perfect blend of all of these machines. It's got online play, everything. You could completely get rid of most of the rest of your lineup, and that's what leads me to Arcade1up, because I mean, I have a hard time thinking that I will buy another Arcade1up product going forward. And there's multiple reasons for that. First and foremost, just to be completely transparent, is I have a hard time thinking that they're going to get a lot of titles going forward that are going to make me say, ooh, I have to have that. Because I can't see it happening, unfortunately. One of the titles that I would be all for, would be Daytona back over there. And as I said in my Daytona USA video on that cabinet, which I'll put a link in here if you guys want, if you haven't seen that yet, Arcade1up won't make a cabinet that's better than that one. The emulation, everything will not surpass what I have right here. I'll put my reputation on the line. It won't happen. So there's no reason for me to go buy that game. I'm running out of titles, and that's why you see such recycling of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man, and and we're going to continue to see those same titles recycled over and over again going forward. But games aside, that's not the only reason that I can't see myself ever buying another Arcade1up product. Another big reason, slimy behavior that goes on amongst some of the higher-ups at that company. Air the dirty laundry that I know here. One of the things when we started the iircadians, which helped give us power, is I knew things that maybe Jeff didn't know, and Brad knew things that I didn't know and Jeff didn't know. And so when we came together, we had the ability to kind of share all the information that we had with each other, and it really helped shed a light on what was going on behind the scenes there. Stuff that's kind of coming out into the open now. We kind of came upon, a year or so ago. One of the things that I remember is I bought the Neo Geo MVSX pretty new into its life cycle. You can't see it here, but it's over there. And I still think it is one of the best cabs on the market. And it's one of my favorites in my collection as well. A lot of people out there have short-term memories when it comes to stuff like this, and John D essentially made it his personal mission to shut Unico down and discredit what they were doing, and because they were a threat to what him and Arcade1up were doing, because they made a really quality product. And well, it's not perfect, no, but it had the ability to side load games on it, to soft mod and add a bunch of different ROMs. John D basically, shut that whole thing down, or really went out of his way to make them seem like they were an awful, despicable company. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm not a Unico fanboy. I could care less about the company. I'm just saying that I'm just sharing the information that I had, that I saw with my own two eyes. So much so that John T had, he wrote a quote-unquote poem, for lack of a better term, trying to call it a diss track, but it was really just a ridiculous poem, talking about how they don't use, Final Burn Alpha, because that's what the emulator that they were using to sideload games on to the MVSX was, only hacks use that and stuff like that, and really, and like we use officially ROMs and we're officially licensed and stuff like that. And what was just completely ridiculous about it, fast forward to what's going on nowadays, and the latest generation of Arcade1up products has the ability to sideload tons of additional games on it. And that's interesting unto itself. But the most shocking piece of revelation that I'm going to give here, and some people might not be happy with me saying this, but me and a couple other guys, we were having a conversation with P-Dubs off the record, and he straight up told us that the mystery encoder, team encoder are Arcade1up employees, or they are in cahoots with Arcade1up officially. And so basically what I'm saying is that Arcade1up, who likes to spout officially licensed this and officially licensed that, they are doing nothing different than what they trashed Unico and the MVSX for doing. They are doing the exact same thing, and nobody is blinking an eye at it. And it's just it's so hypocritical behavior of them. And I had been kind of paying attention to see if this information was going to come out, and it hasn't yet. So that's why I'm gonna put it out there, because everything else is coming out. So might as well. And and P-Dubs and others might get mad at me for sharing that, but it's go ask P-Dubs. He's the one that told me. He's my source on it. Was that the mystery encoder, team encoder are Arcade1up employees, and they are selling these cabinets with the wink wink, we're going to sideload additional games on it in the future, and everyone's going to be happy, and we're going to make money, yada yada yada. And again, this is the exact thing that they essentially tried to shut down the MVSX for doing. And so it's like, what's good for the goose needs to be good for the gander here, everyone. And we need to start holding them accountable. So I'm going to wrap this video up by saying, when I put all this stuff, together, and think about the big picture of it all, this has all played a role into why I have stopped making quite so much home arcade content, which, I still like to make it, and I still love playing the games. But this channel is not going to be home arcade only channel going forward. If you haven't noticed, you will see modern gaming, you might see some collectible stuff, and basically anything that floats my boat that I can't put, that is not Lego related, is going to go on this channel, and that's why I plan on keeping it. And as I said, I don't care if this channel gets monetized. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for the enjoyment of making content, to communicating with those and find other like-minded individuals out there. I mean, that's really what it's about for me. And so I appreciate anybody that wants to come along for the ride. If you made it this far, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a like on the way out. It really helps me out, helps the channel out and the videos out. And just know, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be around. I'll be seeing you guys all again later. Take care, everybody.
The thing about ethics.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.